Well, here's my little e-bike, and let me show you how it works. Very, very simple. Lift up the seat, whack that out, pop up the pedal, pop up that pedal, handlebar number 1, handlebar number 2, and there we are, ready to go. Well, except for the fact that you need to turn on the power down there. It does have a light, that you can see over there, and of course it does have a little hooter. Not that that's all that great. Here's your indicator. If it's full, obviously it's green. It's half at the moment. And in order to ride it, it's just simple, very simple. It has a little twist grip over here, and there we go. Off we go. Hey there guys, as promised, here is an introduction to my little folding e-bike. First of all, those of you who watched my electronic unicycle video may remember that I said that e-bikes are banned in Shenzhen. Well, yes they are. You know, since I've gotten here, I've been very frustrated, Shenzhen I'm talking about, because I love motorcycles. And from the day that I arrived in Shenzhen, motorcycles have been banned. They were banned probably, I think it was around about 2003 or 4. They were outright banned, and there was a big campaign to get rid of them in the city. And some other big major cities, in fact all the first tier cities in China, have completely banned motorcycles, except for Beijing and Shanghai, which have some really ridiculous rules where motorcycles are banned, but if you can afford this really expensive motorcycle license plate, then you can ride a bike. And when I say really expensive, I mean really expensive, like more than I think it's about $12,000 for the license plate, and then you can only buy a bike. It's absolutely ridiculous, but the whole point is they want to keep all the cheap, nasty bikes off the street, and only rich people who can afford really, really big motorcycles are allowed to ride in Beijing and Shanghai. But unfortunately in Shenzhen there is not such an option, so no go on the motorcycles. So basically from the beginning of my life here in China, in Shenzhen, I've been searching for alternatives to motorcycles, and I found a fairly happy medium in e-bikes back in the day. This is a few years ago, and those of you who've been a part of my channel for many years will know that I've had plenty of different kinds of e-bikes. I've had souped up ones that can do really fast speeds and have turbos and all sorts of nonsense, and this is just me trying to find a way to replace motorbikes. And once again, for those of you who are long-term subscribers, you'll know that I've actually got real motorbikes stashed outside of the city. I used to live outside of the city in a place called Buji where I could ride bikes, and now I have a motorcycle shop up in Huizhou, and I keep all my bikes there. So I can use that for a base to basically, I have to drive my car out of the city, an hour and a half to get to my shop, and from there I have all my motorbikes and I can go on my adventures through China without any issues. But of course down in Shenzhen you're not allowed to ride bikes. Anyway, normal e-bikes, like the big ones, the ones that I used to own, the ones that look like scooters but just have electric motors, they are now completely illegal in Shenzhen and have been for about 2 or 3 years now. Also the delivery moped style e-bikes, it's difficult to explain. In fact, no, it isn't. Here's a picture. These kind of e-bikes are illegal too. In fact, the only kind of e-bikes that are legally allowed in Shenzhen right now are small e-bikes that look like bicycles. They are only allowed to have a maximum speed limit of 20 kilometers an hour, and there's also a weight limit. They have to weigh under 40 kilograms, I believe it is. And that's what classifies it as a legal e-bike in Shenzhen. Now, it's very frustrating, but that's just the way it is. Every week I see the police having crackdowns. You still see the normal, the bigger e-bikes on the road during the day, but at least once a week I see the police cracking down and confiscating them and taking them away. So they are absolutely not allowed. But these small ones, like this little one that I'm riding now, they are completely legal, and you can basically go everywhere you want, which is the attraction. And an even bigger attraction is the fact that they fold up and you can take them with you on the metro. So on the subway system you can take them, which is, you know, fantastic. That means you can take the subway all the way to the other side of the city, pop out of the exit and get on your bike, and you know, you've got a 30-kilometer range, because, well, that's the range of this bike. So let me talk a little bit about the bike itself. It is, as you can see, very small and compact. It's very well put together. I actually saw a guy using one on the subway, and there was a URL on the side of the bike, which I'll put up here on the screen for you to see. I followed the URL, and from there I found out where they were being sold online on the Chinese version of eBay, which is Taobao, and I bought one. The price was, after asking for a discount, I got it for 3,100 RMB, which is, you know, it's not cheap, but I guess it's not too bad. It's worth it at the end of the day anyway. So here are the specs of the thing. Its maximum speed is 29 kilometers an hour, which is really slow, but you know, it beats walking in this heat we have here in Shenzhen. The range is 30 kilometers. I tested that the other day. I actually went out and I rode around all over the place until the battery ran out, and I did a MyTrax and I reached 29 point something kilometers an hour. Sorry, not kilometers an hour, kilometers range, and that's without using any pedal assist at all. That's just using the battery and the motor. And I weigh around about 86 kilograms, so I'm not light, and it managed to carry me just about 30 kilometers, which is great. That's a very reasonable, respectable range. Anything else? Oh yes, the battery takes about 4.5 hours to charge from absolute empty to full, and it is detachable. It's a tiny little lithium-ion thing you can carry up to your house, and it has a standalone charger which comes along with the bike. That's probably all the information that you really need about the thing. Anyway, it is rugged, it's practical, and it's legal in Shenzhen, so it's the perfect vehicle for this particular city. Of course, if I had a choice, I would be riding a motorcycle or even a scooter instead, but that's just the way it is. So that's it. That's my new little folding e-bike. If you want to know any more information about it, like I said, there is a link to their website down there. You can go and take a look. I think it's all in Chinese, unfortunately, but they do have photo galleries and whatnot, so you can check it out. Anyway, that's it for this little short video about my e-bike, and like I promised you guys I'd put it up. Well, here it is. And thank you very much for watching, and until next time, stay awesome. Oh, and I've just passed 40,000 subscribers, so I'm going to have a big celebration this coming Monday night, and there will be a video about that too. So I'll see you all then. Cheers.